It's usually the flaws that you see in yourself that
Whoa,
you
that's a
will
good
then
one.
tend to start criticizing in other people, because we are a reflection of everyone around us.
Yes.
And I think we project that. And
I'm here with my girls. Nothing like girl time. We have with us here, Betty's here today, Betty. And then I have
hey,
Hazel. And then I have the wonderful Olivia checking in from her pool. Let's say it that way, from her pool. As you can see, let me
cool.
shake so you guys can see.
Warmed,
My
and she's
Ghana
leaving the
accent,
door
see it.
open. She's leaving the door open.
All right, ladies. So today we're here to talk about a whole bunch of different topics that we actually put together. I got ideas from some of you. I know Olivia helped, Betty as well. So again, I want to say thank you for having you on here today, for coming on here today. So we're going to jump right in, right? The first one that I wanted to discuss, and a lot of people talk about this, and I felt like I needed to share it. In fact, the last time I heard something that someone said, I was so mad, like texting them back.
My
Like,
notebook.
they said it to me. But you're mad, right? But it was just really weird. And it's, why is it that as women, we tend to bash other women? Like, I know
No. Point of correction.
Yes.
Some women bash other women. We don't tend to.
Exactly.
I don't know a single woman that does that.
So
I
this
don't
group
keep
of girls
those
don't do
women
it.
in my
Yes. Yes. So this group of girls don't do it. But why do you and I've had someone in my life that's like a friend that said something to me. So why do we think it happens? I mean,
They are
some
now
people say
acquaintances.
jealousy. It's jealousy, but why? What do you guys think? Betty,
No,
you want to go first?
sure. I honestly think that it stems completely from insecurities, number one. Number two, I think it also stems from a lack of self-awareness. And then I think it also stems from people's laziness. It's very easy for people to bash other people because they're at a higher level than they themselves are.
Okay.
Right? Because they don't have the motivation or the energy to work towards that. Yeah. So instead of working towards that and joining people at that high level, they'd rather bring them down to their own level. Yeah. So that's my point in the laziness. The insecurities is, I noticed that people that criticize, and I won't say women because I've been around men and women that do this. Okay. People that are insecure about, for example, their hair, if you sit with them long enough, or if you spend enough time with them, you'll notice they criticize other people's hair. If they're insecure about their belly, anybody that has a bit of extra flab on their belly will be the ones getting criticized. Yeah. So it's usually the flaws that you see in yourself that you will then tend to start criticizing in other people, because we are a reflection of everyone around us. Yes. And I think we project that. And then what was the second one I said, please? So it was insecurity, lack of self-awareness. Yeah. Now, the lack of self-awareness, where I think that's really important is when we're criticizing others, sometimes we don't realize that these are flaws that we hate in ourselves, and we sit down and criticize them in others. Do you understand? So if we were all to get a little more self-aware, like there was this woman at some job I was doing that was really aggressive with making money. And she was so aggressive with making money that it was like, there's other clinicians, there's other bosses, there's other colleagues, but she felt like she was the only one that everybody should be like running around after. Yeah. And when I sat down and thought about, why does this irritate me so much? I started remembering when I was working as a dentist, and I was like, perhaps I was a little like that, because I remember one day when I had 3 days to leave the country and I had pooled all my patients. So I had like 40 patients to see. I was working till 11 p.m. at night. And at some point I walked into my boss's office and I was like, take the damn day off. You can see your patients in 4 days. Yeah. And now that I reflect, upon reflection, I'm like, oh my God, in a lesser way, I am a little like that woman. Yeah. And that self-awareness helped me see
Change.
why
Okay.
I disliked that. And my whole mindset changed. And then I became super nonchalant about making money. And so those are my three main reasons. Of course, there's other things. There's narcissism, feelings of grandiosity, you know, and superiority complexes, inferiority complexes, although I don't believe that the superiority complex actually exists. I honestly believe that there are just two types of inferiority complexes. One of the inferiority complexes is where we feel inferior to other people and we act that way. And another one is where we feel inferior to other people and we overcompensate by acting superior.
Okay.
So that's my take.
Awesome. Awesome. Olivia, what do you think?
Well, to be honest, I don't even think it's that serious. Not to Betty, you make some really good points.
Yeah.
But I think we all do it. For instance, I think this topic came about from Portia and the situation with her dating this man, right? I mean, the whole internet bashed her because supposedly this man she's engaged to is a friend or is what her friend's ex-husband, right? And we all bashed her. Everyone's been doing it. It's human nature. Well, I mean,
well, they don't know who Portia is, so yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I'm gonna bet to differ because I don't bash. Let me be honest with you. That bashing thing, I don't bash people, especially people I know. I don't do it. Like and I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, we all do it." I try not to. Portia is a public personality. She's out there in the public, so it's not bashing. It's like she did something wrong. I don't want to call her on my show, please. I beg. It's very annoying. So, but she did something bad, and so everyone's going to talk, but I don't put myself in women bashing women. I don't want to be that person. So
I cut those people off, man. Immediately. I find it very unattractive.
But then you have to break down what you mean by bashing then, right? If you're talking about your girlfriends, personal people that you know, and you're bashing them, that's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
That's what we're talking about. We'll leave it to personal people. We'll leave it to people bashing personal people, because the reason this topic came about, point of correction, it wasn't because of Portia, because a friend of mine told me that her friend told her that the type of guys that she likes,
she
can't date them because of the way she looks. And so that's why I brought this topic up. It had nothing to do with Miss whatever her name is. So her friend told her, I don't know why you like this group of guys. They don't like girls like you. And that annoyed me because that's women bashing women. That was hurtful.
That was actually putting her down.
Yeah, even after she told me,
I remember that very well.
Yes. So please, so I'm talking about on a personal level. We've had friends do it to us, but I don't have any personal friends that I don't feel the need to. I just say it to your face. It's not even bashing. It's like, I'll say it to your face. So Olivia, from that
statement of fact,
let's leave Portia out. And from that angle of friendship, what do you think? Like, have you seen it, and why does it happen?
I try not to associate with people like that anymore. I really do, because women can be our own worst critic, right? We're all very hard on one another. So thank you for, like, I guess, explaining the topic, because I guess I didn't understand it at first.
On a personal,
I try not to, but then I remember my my Nigerian aunties in Lagos. Hey, you know, I mean,
you know,
what does my Nigerian name is Oyinkan. Oyinkan, are you really going to wear that outside? Well, auntie, what's wrong with it? So all I can say is I remember my Nigerian aunties.
So, but why do you think they did that, Livy? Why do you think that was?
Don't you think I think it's cultural. That's what they do now. They think they're trying to help you, but instead they're lowering your self-esteem.
I think even aunties are jealous.
Also, I think it's a little insecurity. Your youth.
I'm telling
you, baby.
Yeah, because you are young, they are jealous. Hazel, what do you think?
Because most of them have dressed like that when they were younger.
Exactly.
Right?
Jealousy. Trust me, jealous aunties, jealous. What about you, Hazel?
But for me, it's very similar to what Betty said. It's like, it's coming from a place of, if a woman feels the need to put someone else down, it's coming from a place of insecurity or from a place of scarcity. It's like they're lacking something, because otherwise no need. It's like, if you're in a happy place, all you see in another person is just pure, just goodness, and you just want the best person. If there's something that you're scarce, there's something that is lacking within you, you feel the need to drag them down. It's just
that's it.
But if you're just in a happy place, there's just there's just nothing but positive energy that just should come out.
True.
But even if I'm not in a happy place, I'm still not bashing anyone. Just
yeah, but you see, Chrissy, when you say you're not in a happy place, that's temporary. You feel a bit bad temporarily, but then on a
long term
average overall, you're a happy person.
You're
but there are
genuinely
people that are actually very miserable inside.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weeks ago, I lost my mind in this same kitchen because my job, everything was going crazy. The pandemic, just everything. And so I was like, but I didn't take it out on like, come on Hazel's face and say, look at her hair. She doesn't, you know what I mean? So because Hazel didn't do anything to me, and that's my G, So I know people do that, but you're right. You're talking about temporary because I know I've lost it. Let me speak for myself, but it never made me come out. What I